In this tutorial, we're going to build a complete Android app from scratch using code on the go, or, as we'll say from here on, CoGo. The app is a weight converter. It lets the user enter a number, choose a unit, and instantly see the converted measurement. When we're done, you'll have a working app that converts between kilograms and pounds in real time. We'll build this in 3 stages. First, we'll set up the project, then we'll create the layout, and finally we'll write the Java code that makes everything work. Let's get started. From the CoGo home screen, tap Create Project. On the template selection screen, choose the Empty Activity template. On the configuration screen, enter the app name exactly as shown. That is, weight converter with a capital W, a capital C, and no spaces. The app name must match exactly for the sample code to work correctly. Leave Java as the language and leave the minimum SDK at the default, API 21, Android 5.0. Then tap Create Project. CoGo will initialize the project. You'll see a progress bar at the top and status messages at the bottom. When the project is ready, you'll see the project initialized message and the green build icon will appear in the toolbar. Now, let's open the 2 files we'll need to edit. First, tap the hamburger icon to open the file tree. We need to open mainActivity.java and activity_main.xml. To find mainActivity.java, navigate to the folder titled Weight Converter. Then, tap mainActivity.java to open it. Now tap the hamburger icon again and navigate to the Layout folder. Finally, tap activity_main.xml to open it. Both files are now open in the editor. You can switch between them by tapping their tabs at the top. Let's discuss how the layout will look. As shown in the example graphic here, the app's interface consists of 3 elements positioned horizontally across the center of the screen. On the left, there's a text field where the user enters a number. This takes up 25% of the screen width. In the middle, there's a drop-down menu for selecting the unit. This also takes up 25% of the screen width. On the right, there's a result field that displays the converted measurement. This takes up the remaining 50% of the screen width. To make this appear in the finished app, we'll replace the contents of activity_main.xml with the complete layout code. Select all the existing content and delete it, then enter the code shown on screen. Let's look at the key parts. The edit text has an ID of input quantity and accepts decimal numbers. The spinner has an ID of input units and uses a standard drop-down style. The text view has an ID of converted measurement, displays text at 32 dp, and takes up half the screen width. Each element is constrained to the center of the screen vertically and positioned horizontally from left to right. Save the file. Before we write any Java code, let's build the app to check that the layout looks correct. Tap the green build icon in the toolbar. When the build finishes successfully, tap Install. The app opens and shows the three layout elements: the text field, the dropdown, and the result area. The dropdown is empty and nothing converts yet because we haven't written the logic. That's our next step. Now let's write the Java code. Switch to the mainActivity.java tab. We'll replace the default contents with the starting code for our app. Select all the existing content, delete it, and enter the code shown here. Let's walk through the key parts. At the top of the class, we declare our unit strings, kilograms and pounds, and our conversion factors. 1 kilogram equals 2.20462 pounds, while the pounds to kilograms factor is expressed as the reciprocal of the kilograms value. This conforms to the coding principle known as DRY, which stands for Don't Repeat Yourself. This establishes a single authoritative source for the values. In onCreate, we set up the spinner dropdown by creating a list containing kilograms and pounds, wrapping it in an array adapter, and attaching it to the spinner. We also get references to the edit text and text view using their IDs from the layout. The update conversion result method reads the current value from the text field, and the selected unit from the dropdown performs the conversion and updates the result field. If the input is empty, it defaults to 0. If the input can't be parsed as a number, it displays invalid input. Save the file. Right now, the app can convert values, but it doesn't react when the user makes changes. We need to add 2 event handlers, one that watches for changes to the text field and one that watches for changes to the dropdown. Both will call update conversion result when something changes. We'll add these inside the onCreate method after the line that reads input quantity equals find view by ID. Replace the closing brace of onCreate with the code shown on screen. Then add the closing brace back at the end. The text watcher listens for changes to the input quantity text field. We only need the onTextChanged method. The other 2 are required by the interface but left empty. The onItemSelected listener listens for changes to the spinner dropdown. Again, we only need onItemSelected. It calls update conversion result whenever the user picks a different unit. Save the file. Before building, make sure that array adapter is present in your import statements at the top of mainActivity.java. If not, add it as shown here. Array adapter is a class from the Android framework that acts as a bridge between a data source, in this case, our list of unit strings, and the spinner view that displays them. Without this import, the Java compiler cannot find the class and the build will fail. Now let's do the final build. Tap the green build icon. When the build finishes, install the updated version. Let's test it. Enter a number in the text field. The result updates immediately. change the unit in the dropdown, the result updates again. The app is working exactly as intended, converting between kilograms and pounds in real time. Let's recap what we built. We created a new project using the empty activity template, designed a 3-element layout using constraint layout, and wrote Java code to handle unit conversion and real-time updates using a text watcher and an on-item selected listener. This is a complete working Android app built entirely on your phone using CoGo. If you'd like to explore further, the written version of this tutorial is available at the web address shown here, where you'll also find the complete source files. Thanks for watching. Happy coding!